Warning: nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. I do not know your personal financial circumstances. This is simply some investing-related tool I have found along my journey in the game of life. Living in Australia, I must abide by ASIC's recommendations based on Regulatory Guide 234, Advertising Financial Products and Services, including credit, Good Practice Guide. I must provide disclaimers. I am not advertising a financial product. I am simply discussing it. The product I will be talking about won't be listed in the description, nor will I be providing a contact/reference to anyone asking for such information. Since consumers shouldn't need to go to another website or other page to correct misleading information, I am mentioning this disclaimer before the video starts. Past performance is not an indicator of future performance, and there are no forecasts being provided in this video, nor are any forecasts I previously made guaranteed to occur. I won't be using the words free, since this product was not free to me. Even so, I won't be providing the source of the product. Secure is also a word I won't be using, nor will I say anything is guaranteed in relation to financial products. This video is likely to reach both my current audience as well as any potential stock traders/investors. The focal point of this video revolves around a product that would only be of use to seasoned stock traders and no one else. Even so, once again, this item is not for sale, nor will there be any links to said product in the description. The article put out from ASIC within the past couple of years as a warning to online content creators I have also read. Under financial product advice, I am not sharing factual information that could be perceived as financial advice, since there is no advice you can receive from anything mentioned in this video. Once again, I'm sharing some tool I found, which again, I am not linking. I am also not receiving any payment for this, as, once again, there are no links in the description relating to this item. Under dealing by arranging, there are no links I am providing that provide any payment to me. Under misleading or deceptive, again, nothing that relates to this video. Lastly, Regulatory Guide 234 giving information, general advice and scaled advice. I am not providing any factual information, I'm just sharing a tool, or giving general advice. Once again, the topic of this video is around a tool I have found. I am simply discussing my findings, with no possibility of me making any income from this, in relation to affiliate links, or sales of this product. How's that for a disclaimer? I actually tried to apply it directly to what the guidelines say. It was probably overkill, and maybe I'm not meant to directly address anything ASIC says, but I had to belabor the point to show that nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. I suppose Derek from More Plates, More Dates does something similar with his intros. His disclaimer directly addresses something in YouTube's guidelines that shows he's got the all clear to talk about that stuff. Although I guess it's different when you're addressing guidelines from a government entity as opposed to a large corporation. I asked ChatGPT to provide me a disclaimer, but it was super vague, so I decided to also give my own. Any of my lawyer friends, please let me know if I've missed anything or said something I wasn't supposed to. At the very least, I can afford to make mistakes on a channel as small as mine. Better to make them when no one from the government will see my videos, as opposed to making them if my channel was large enough to attract government attention. The same way we've seen Quan Tian's channel get moved offline. Worst case is I can just remove the video, or remove the audio/intro. I think ASIC might be tied up with the John Adams situation at the moment anyway. If anyone watches in the interests of the people, you know what's up with ASIC at the moment. So, let's start the actual video, keeping in mind all the disclaimers I've just spent less than 5 minutes talking about. You can never be too careful with this kind of stuff. Okay, I don't want to overreact, but this recent technical indicator that I found is perhaps goated. It basically works via using volume amongst other information, coupled with average true ranges to filter signals, picks up on above average volume, and filters conditions to produce a buy or sell recommendation. That's briefly what it does, at least according to my source that created this indicator. This is not my usual style of video, Usually I'd sprinkle in a tidbit such as this in amongst a life update or a week in the life, for example, but I think this deserves its own video. I also wanted to make this video to show roughly a timestamp in life of when I discovered this, as well as being able to just reference this video directly when I inevitably talk about it in the future. Since usually I have to say something like, as mentioned in a prior video, when the video is like an hour long, it's hard to directly reference info like that. This is potentially going to be too important to just be sprinkled into another video. And no, I was not paid for this, as I mentioned before. I'm just sharing something I found. It's to show my progress in the investor stat. I hunt for tidbits, as my regulars know, and boy did I find a good one. So, this indicator, you will see a green triangle looking signal for when it suggests to buy, and it'll show a pink arrow down when it suggests to sell. And this works on not only stocks, but cryptocurrencies, foreign exchange, commodities. Absolutely crazy. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate. Sometimes it misses the top of the movement or the bottom of the movement, but that's a good thing. I'd be a little suspicious if it was that accurate. Here's an example of it missing a little on Apple. As you can see, the pink arrow/candle is the indicator's suggestion to sell, which was a good call, but the indicator didn't quite catch the top, and it was basically back up at the price it told you to sell at before telling you to buy again. This is actually reassuring for me. Seeing it not quite catch the tops or bottoms sometimes, again, I'd be very, very skeptical if it could be that precise. It also works on hourly, minute, and daily candles. I intend on using it mostly on the daily time frames for now, but it can make for some good moves on markets that aren't open while I sleep here in Australia, like the New York Stock Exchanges. For example, forex, commodities, or crypto. I'm able to trade them during the waking hours in Australia. And here is what I mean. Let me show you some examples. Keep in mind, when you see a green triangle-looking sign, that's this indicator's suggestion to buy. Or you could look for the pink candle instead of the red candle, aka the suggestion to sell. Or the light green candle instead of the dark green candle, which is the suggestion to buy. Here is the indicator working on a number of stocks. These stocks are Palantir, Tilray, Chevron, DraftKings, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Costco, McDonald's, Bionano-Genomics, Woolworths, ExxonMobil, and GameStop. Here is the indicator working on a number of cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Ripple, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Chainlink, Polygon Matic. here is the indicator working on a number of commodities: oil, copper, silver, gold, palladium. Lastly, here is the indicator working on a number of foreign exchange pairs. As you can see, it's not 100% accurate. It sometimes calls a sell a little late, or flip-flops between a buy and a sell within a day, which is fine if you're a day trader. I'd fit into the category of swing trading, which involves time frames of a few days or a few weeks. But depending on your entry and fees involved with the trade, you could stand to lose money by moving it in and out this quickly if you're a day trader. But as you could see, From what I just showed you, it usually doesn't miss any big rallies/prolonged trends. A pretty darn good indicator if I do say so myself. So this will be a useful tool to assist in my investor stat going forward. I went hunting for tidbits, as I always say, and I was handsomely rewarded. This is another example of your stats slowly progressing over time. You slowly chip away at them day by day. Sometimes you don't see any rewards, but each day of work leads you to that one day whereby your hard work shows some results. It's no different from me studying for my exams. I have no real immediate feedback from my hard work for a night of study. Yes, I'm more familiar with a question, but how do I know I won't have a huge mental blank and choke in the exam? If I repeat similar questions, that's when it sticks. Even all those months of study, the results in terms of a tangible reward don't show up until the day of my exam results. With money, you do go to work and get paid shortly after, so that's a bad example of this delayed gratification thing. For gym, you don't have one workout and are now in a completely different body. You put in work each day. Eventually, one day, after a prolonged bulk and cut, you notice some shreds that weren't there before. That is the day you realize your hard work has paid off. For investments, you don't invest one day and wake up with a huge percentage increase the next. It takes time for it to pan out. But maybe one day, the company has a fantastic earnings call. The results from your due diligence have shown up in this earnings call. Or when it comes to building a house, each appointment I've had with a sales consultant or colors consultant at the home builder's head office, each of those appointments didn't result in my house being magically built, but it's all steps to that ultimate goal. When you start a brand/business, you don't register your business name and then you start making profits the next day. But that day you registered the business name was an important step in your journey. This is not the only indicator I have access to. There are plenty of free indicators that TradingView offers, but I also have some other paid ones. These are mostly from Click Capital. If you saw my first Adonis School slander video, I mentioned what an actual good investment was towards the end of the video. That good investment was these indicators. Again, I'm just talking about the tools I have access to. Nothing here is financial advice. I have the potential to combine this new secret weapon along with my current indicators to gauge more precise timing, but given that I'm only currently using the free version of TradingView, I can't combine many indicators. I intend on buying a yearly subscription during the next Black Friday sale. I should have done the same with Adobe Premiere Pro. Oh well. Either way, once I have a paid subscription, I can really dial up the trading. I still have my CPA studies to finish in the meantime. There is the potential that I am done with the CPA studies by the time Black Friday comes around, meaning I don't have to study anymore. And I have a lot more free time for my other endeavors, such as more trading. So keen, but gotta worry about the CPA studies first. So this was an update on my grind as it pertains to the investor stat. I kept hunting and I found something golden. Lions have to hunt for their food, and each hunt has, a 30% success rate? Every time the lion goes hunting, they don't succeed. Some hunts are essentially a waste of energy. If you are a human and your hobby is hunting for animals, you don't find an animal the second you start hunting. It takes a while. Sometimes you're unsuccessful in your hunting attempt. Same goes here. Sometimes I hunt for stock market tidbits/info that doesn't result in anything, but each failed hunt brings me a step closer to that successful hunt, as you have seen with this video. Thanks for watching. That is all.